This video is going to go through my AXFX settings for bad. For the bad cover, I used the Liverpool pedal, which I'll show in a second. First, let's go through the bad signal chain. This drive is essentially the model of the SDD 3000 preamp pedal, or the SDD 3000 preamp in the Korg digital delay, but directly modeled after the Triad pedal. So I used the FET boost model, type, drive, tone, level, mix, low cut 100, high cut, probably bring that cut down actually a little bit more. That's actually very high. Okay, and this is key here. Brought the mids up and the treble up just a tad. But most of the effect comes from the actual FET model. It changes the color of the tone. So this is what I used, and notice the drive is way up here. You turn that drive down to get less of a overdriven sound. So in my video, I had placed my comparison video in an earlier bad video tutorial. I put this into both the AXFX model and the Liverpool, and I compared this here with the Triad pedal. Okay, continuing. That FX loop, that's where my Liverpool pedal is located. And there's the amp and the cab model. I don't use the EQ on this preset. There's the amp and the cab model for the Liverpool. I modeled the Liverpool pedal. We'll go through that in a minute. And let's go through the delays. There's the first main dotted eighth note delay. There's the modulation. Here's the mix, a little bit higher than some people prefer. I'm usually slightly high on the delay mixes. I prefer a little more delay than other people. Okay, so that's the main delay. There's that other delay in parallel. 548 milliseconds. Feedback's very low. It's 1.5 repeats. At least you can hear one repeat very clearly. The second repeat's very faint. Okay, there's the mod. Used a sine on this one. Use the same mod setting, but the depth is a lot lower on this one, if you'll notice, than on the other delay. There's the mix. Mix is 100% here, so you say, well, wait a minute, how could you have 100% mix on this delay where you have no dry signal? Well, the reason for this is I'm only wanting the delay repeats, because on page 1, notice the in gain is 13%. So I'm mixing in the parallel delay but only the parallel delay, because the mix is 100%. So this is all delay only, no dry signal. So I control the amount of the delay volume by the in gain. So I'm allowing very little volume to go into this block, so you get a very low volume delay out. What happens if you in the AX is if you set this up with 100% gain, but then you turn the mix down, is you'll get in parallel two dry signals, and two dry signals in parallel is added volume. It almost doubles, I don't know if it doubles it, but you'll increase your volume. Well, I like to maintain my volume level through this block, so what I do for parallel delays is I have this set up with a regular mix, and I have the in-gain, this is the first delay, the dotted eighth note delay, I have the in-gain at 100%. So this is both dry and wet signal, meaning the mix is 42.5. Then we go up here to the other delay. This one, when the signal comes up to that top delay, it's only taking in 13% of the volume. Okay, so that's my in-gain is really my volume knob, which is kind of a mix knob, right? It's how much volume is going in, but I only want the delayed signal. So the main dry signal is coming through the other path. This is the way I like to control my levels with parallel delays. And then of course we have some reverb here. I don't spend much time on these settings. Looks like I got the large chamber. Okay.